If you've been concerned that you're going to open yourself up to more negative energy when you try to connect with your angels, this video is for you. By the end of today's video, you will feel much more reassured and less fearful of negativity. Hi, my name is Melissa and I am your guide to all things spirituality, learning to connect with your guides, developing your intuition, and living your unique life purpose. So if those topics resonate with you, hit that subscribe button. I share new videos every Wednesday. I would love to have you be part of this spiritual community. So this is a very common concern and comment that I get from subscribers of this YouTube channel. And that is, if I learn to connect with spirit, am I going to open myself up to negative entities? So I really want to reassure you today and give you some practical tips to be more aware of how your energy operates. So I want to be really honest and open about this today. When I say negative entities, that's sort of the common language out there, but I prefer to actually call them confused souls. Basically, these are souls just like you and I. You are energy, you are a soul. They've passed on from this lifetime, but they were in a state of confusion or fear, or they don't even realize they're dead. They're just very confused. And so these souls will stay around planet Earth until they can come to some self-understanding. Their own team of guides stay with them in that state of confusion. But that soul's vibration is so low that it's very hard for their angels to get through to them. There's too much of a disconnect. So we can actually help heal these souls. But yes, you can feel influence from these souls around you. Sometimes you might experience thoughts and feelings that aren't your own. If you feel angry, you might attract a soul that's angry. If you feel sad, you might attract an energy that's sad. It's actually easier to notice this in other people, right? You might notice your kids suddenly flip a switch, or even other people in your life. You say, that is just not like them. Like, that's not their personality, but every now and again they go into this mode. That's the influence of a confused soul. So here's the truth, okay? We are already being influenced by many different types of energy while we're here in this life. Starting to connect with your angels is not going to increase the likeliness of you being influenced by an outside pressure, because planet Earth is already full of pressure. You feel pressure from people, you feel pressure from the environment, you can feel pressure when somebody thinks about you. So what's more important is for you to learn to stay relaxed and on your spiritual pivot point, no matter what is happening in the environment, because the souls, whether they're people with bodies or souls without bodies, those energies are there anyway. We're already in the mix of it. So the best tool that you can use to stay relaxed with all of this is to learn the spiritual cleansing technique. So you can go, I've linked it right here, communicatewithangels.com/cleansing. That's a free resource that I provide for you so that you can stay more relaxed and cleansed. And if you're feeling outside pressure, if you're having experiences of thoughts and feelings that you feel are not really the real you, then this is the best tool that you can use. Now here's actually the funny thing. So many people are fearful that when they try to connect with angels, they're going to accidentally start talking to a negative spirit. But talking to your angels and opening that communication is actually the best thing that you can do to protect yourself from negative entities. Because when you have that connection with spirit, they're going to help you to recognize what's you and what's not you. And so your angels are also, along with the cleansing that you're going to practice every day now, right? Your angels are your best protection. When you call your angels in close to you, they will help you to recognize what's me and what's not me. When you're being pressured by something that doesn't belong to you. So actually double down, do your best to call in your angels, because that is that sense of love and protection that you need. when you use the spiritual cleansing technique often, you're going to raise your vibration. And so those lower vibration souls, what most people call entities, will not even be able to see you, because like attracts like. So you will only attract a negative entity to you if you already have something of that energy yourself. So if a soul is primarily in the energy of fear and you feel fearful, it's like a magnet drawing like attracts like to that energy. If a soul is primarily holding the energy of regret and you start to regret something, I know I've done this, like my thoughts go to, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, beating myself up. If I go to that energy of regret, I could attract an entity that has that feeling of regret. So what the spiritual cleansing technique does is it raises your vibration away from those low vibration emotional states into the real you. And so your angels are up here, you're here, the low souls are down here. So by raising your energy up, those lower vibration souls can't even energetically see you, so to speak. They will gravitate to a like state of consciousness. The more that you can keep your thoughts positive about yourself and what you're here to do, and the more your energy is just relaxed, you're naturally buffered from those vibrations. Okay? So using that cleansing technique often is your best tool to protecting yourself from guidance. Now, I don't love that word protection, and I actually have another video on this channel explaining why. But there is a sense that you can kind of stay buffered and clear from those vibrations that just don't serve you in a positive way. The other tip I have for you is to really be aware of where you get triggered by people or by your environment. Everybody has tendencies, right? We all have it. Nobody's perfect. And I'm not asking you to be perfect, but I'm encouraging you to be on this learning and growing path, which we all are on that spiritual path. We're all here to learn and grow. And so part of that growth is to recognize what your tendencies are, what your triggers are, right? Somebody close to me can get really, really triggered when things are out of place in his environment. And there's something there that just gets him off. And as soon as he goes to being irritated by that, a confusion could move in. What's your trigger, right? Is it people that are rude? Is your trigger getting defensive when somebody accuses you of something you didn't feel like you could do? I mean, I could give hundreds of examples of triggers, but the reason I'm asking you to be more mindful of this is that's where you can get caught. That's where confusion can come in and influence, or outside pressures, energy that's not you. And when your energy's been affected by an outside pressure, it becomes hard to shake off, right? You might get stuck in a feeling of depression or anxiety or anger or some state that's hard to pull yourself back from. So by noticing what's getting you triggered, you can begin to heal yourself, replace those triggers with a new habit of being positive, loving, kind, and relaxed. Being in your true feelings rather than your emotions. Your true feelings are the good, kind, loving, sharing, open, understanding part of you. Your emotions are the ways that you've been taught to feel, your reactions to things. So you want to stay in your true feelings. That's really the best protection, if you want to call it that you can have from negative entities. Okay? So I hope that helps to answer that really common concern. And I really encourage you to watch the next video that I've posted beside me here. It's called How to Tell the Difference Between Your Guides and Lower Spirits. And that's really important to make that distinction, because if you're hearing voices that aren't positive, loving, and solution oriented, then that's not your angels. And so that video is going to tell you exactly how to tell the difference, so you can only tune in to the high souls that have your best interests in mind and will enhance and improve your life. So I'll see you on over there.